Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Cuckoo is here with Smooth and Smog, and we are continuing Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations.
Dun dun dun.
Very nice. I have no idea what happened in the last episode, so I'm just gonna go with it. Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you's talking about? We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. What? If you've really never been to Trebian before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around in my stuff now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Am I still doing the judge or nah?
I say, Smog, go for it.
Order!
Copy.
Order! Will witness! I don't know what that fuck was. I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you?
Grah!
Sorry! I'm terribly sorry! Forgive me!
I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, I might have been there, but I still never met that kid.
Well, well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elg that day. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions.
Ha! No problem. Anytime Tripe presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. Mr. Godot, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir.
The Special Express ain't cheap, right? So use know, use paying. Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here?
Nah.
Barely.
Now, this is one of the rare instances in which they will actually punish you if you press the wrong statement. So we're just gonna go ahead.
I actually like that part. I like that. You can't just press willy-nilly.
That would make this series a whole lot harder if it was like that all the time.
Oh gosh, true. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight.
That was the line.
Got it. Got it. That's pretty good. Nice.
This is when I lost all consideration, and as soon as she said that, I was like, wait, hold on, what?"
For the audience, this is actually the second take of this episode. Smog and I tried to record it just ourselves, but now it got lost. And at that point, I said, "I'm not."
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, got it. I'm tracking now.
You didn't know she wasn't?
Oh my gosh. Y'all crack me up.
What's this, trite? A new line of irrelevance questioning?
These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre? From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court will think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Why? That's true!
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. I actually forgot about that. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So from the entrance of Tribulations, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day. Because you met with him.
Wrong! Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday?
That's easily explained.
The victim was alone at his table.
But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim, witnessed by Mr. Kudo, was not Glenn Elg, but a fake.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim?
I thought we already... Never mind.
You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo? In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court.
I knew it. Top knot. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
Oh, what? Well, witness.
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. I missed it, daggone it. So I dares you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts.
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright.
He's gone.
Wow.
Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright! Do not leave me to handle this alone! Huh. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Mr. Godot? Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no, no, no.
The servant girl brought him a havakino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee. Yes, it is.
I hate when that happens to me. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Mm-hmm. Whose fault is it that you had an absence?
Huh. Absence my ass. Found your pen at last, trite? Or did you lose that too?
It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? That's the best I can do for a gamble.
I was like, what was that? You okay?
Maya!
Again.
Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed? Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender. You's making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta Grandfathers is? Why did I say that so weird? What's wrong? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, had stated the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. And she had a kind of cackling laugh.
There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There is only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. And we'll find out in the next episode. Dang. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for the show. In Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime was you!
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry?
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my next meeting now, but I'm gonna give yous one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? Yous got it all wrapped up nice, huh, right? But yous missed out one real important thing. But that can't be. I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him. You see her?
Nani? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre? Ha! What a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steeping cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. Praise Jesus.
I knew. With the way you said testify.
What happened that day at Tribulations between yourself and the victim?
Oh my gosh. Bruh.
What if I just started talking like that for the judge from now
Bruh. Yeah, I loaned El Cash about $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won! $500,000. He got lucky, you know. Real lucky. If the waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over.
Now I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000. Ooh.
Yeah, well, you's got the The what? You got the VIG to take. Okay. You's got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know? That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal.
And the repayment deadline was December 3rd. the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
Hey, Smooth, would you like to do the honors?
We will find out his motive in the next episode.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
See you guys next time.
Adios, home skillets.
The first one is really short, so
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah.
You know,
Like-
because I really want to play Death Stranding, but Coco and I are still, because it's in Coco's house, we're still trying to figure out how to send that, or when we'll be able to send that, because it's a huge box, so it's, yeah. Let's see, I guess everything's okay, let's go. What? Campaign?
And speedrun.
Explorer, easy, normal?
Yeah, well,
Is it too hard?
just some parts.
New game data.
I remember once I got stuck in a part that you were with a jet in a river. When after a few tries, I could manage to do it. Yeah.
Okay,
With
yeah,
the
I remember.
La lancha.
I remember it. Yeah.
Because I got stuck and then I rage quit and then I came back and then I went past it.
There must be a beginning of any great matter, but the continuing unto the end until it be thoroughly finished yields the true glory. Sir Francis Drake, 1587.